The coronation of His Majesty King Charles and Queen Camilla was a historic moment of huge national significance, and we're proud to have successfully ensured it was delivered safely and in a secure way, despite the most challenging, fast-moving and complex policing picture we've ever encountered for a national celebration. So I absolutely felt pressure to deliver a safe and secure operation, but that wasn't political pressure, that was the pressure to do a good job. We police the laws as they are set without fear or favour, and that has always been the case. And what is clear in the case of protest is that there are strongly held and differing views. I have seen reporting which is completely erroneous and false that suggests that all protest was prohibited or banned or in some way constrained. That simply isn't the case. We're very familiar with our duties around dealing with protest, both positive duties under the Human Rights Act and negative duties, and balancing the rights of people who wish to protest with those impacted by the protest is part of the day-to-day job of policing in London. There's a sort of fine line between what is peaceful protest and then what is straying into illegal activity, as we've seen in the sort of latter part of last year and the start of this year. And where the shifting of those scales sort of takes place, where crime is being committed, then obviously we need to intervene much more quickly.
We never had any intention of doing anything which even came close to falling outside of the law. I'm very concerned by the statements that have been made today by the police, and in the letter that they sent to Sadiq Khan, there's a lot of claims there which are simply untrue. And I'm concerned by the suggestion that we were there for 16 hours partly because of processing. I know the officer told me at 1 p.m. in the afternoon that he was ready to interview me, and after that I could go. I was then told just a couple of days ago that our solicitor arrived around 1 p.m. It was 6 p.m. before I was interviewed, and I was the first of our 8 to be interviewed, or the first of the 6 in that station. So I would really like to, I would hope that this committee can get answers as to whether there was political interference, who made what decision, and whether this is premeditated, because it certainly had the impression that they had turned up with the intention of detaining us. And I would also, just very quickly, I appreciate time, the notion that we were still able to protest. We weren't, we were in cells. But the protest was significantly disrupted and diminished as a result of their actions. They continued throughout the day. They confiscated our amplifiers, even though they had said that we were allowed to use them. They threatened arrest of the people with megaphones and then arrested 2 people with megaphones. And I do know for a fact that large numbers of people then left or didn't turn up because of those arrests.